Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, The Beautiful Stitches. I love you all. I'm glad you're here on my channel. You're welcome back once again. Today we are going to be learning how to cut a short bubu top or a bubu blouse, whatever you call it. That's what we're going to be learning how to cut today. I have a sample here. This is exactly what we are going to be making today. If you're visiting for the first time, please, before leaving, click on the subscribe button and touch the notification bell to always get notified anytime I upload my videos. And for my subscribers, you guys rock. I thank you guys. You're the reason why I am here on this channel. Please continue to watch my videos. Thanks for always being there for me. Okay guys, so we are going to our work table right now. Let us see what we have for today. So guys, like I said earlier, it's going to be a very quick one. So here is my fabric that I'll be using for today's tutorial. I've placed my fabric on fold. You can see the first fold and this is the second fold. Okay, we folded it across the length and across the width. So here is my fabric. So we are going to be imputing our measurements on this fabric right away. So starting from the shoulder line, we're going to be measuring our vertical measurement. So from my shoulder to my bust point is 9 inches. And then from my bust point to my waist is 18 inches. You can also mark 17 depending on the measurement of your client. And the hip is 25. Okay, let's mark it out into a straight line. Also, remember to add your hemming allowance. So I'll be adding 2 inches for hemming of my top. Let me also mark it out into a straight line. Remember, for a link on how to make a long bubu gown, I'll drop the link in my description box. So watch it out. So we're going to be imputing our horizontal measurement. My shoulder is 8 inches. 16 divided by 2, I have 8 inches. So that is where I'll be marking 8 inches. And remember, the sleeve is going to be part of the top. So I'll be extending my shoulder measurement down the fabric to make up my sleeve. So I'll be adding 8 inches. I want the sleeve to be 8 inches. So I'll be adding 8 inches to it. So I have 16 inches plus 2 inches for the folding. So I'll be measuring out 18 inches and then I'll mark it down to the hem of the top. So I'll be marking 18 inches down the hem of the top, just the way I'm doing it. And then connect the markings together. Alright guys, so right now we're going to be imputing the neck measurements. Remember, we are cutting for both the front and the back neckline. So I'm going to be measuring at 4 inches for the neck width and 4 inches for the neck depth, and then connect it together. You can measure more than that depending on what you want. And also remember, it cuts across both the back and the front panel. Okay, so we are done with the neck line. We are going to be imputing the shoulder because that is where we're marking our measurements from, and impute our armhole. So my shoulder is 8 inches. Okay, I'll be adding 1 inch for ease. So I'm marking out 9 inches at the shoulder line. And then from there, we'll mark out the armhole. My armhole is 9. So I'll also mark out my bust line on that line, because that is exactly where my bust point line also is marked. So let's impute our horizontal measurement. My bust is 40 divided by 4. I have 10 inches plus 1 inch for ease. You can make it half inch or quarter of an inch depending on what you want. So I'm using 1 inch for ease. My waist is 36. 36 divided by 4, we have 9 inches plus 1 inch for ease. So we are having 10 inches. And then my hip is 40. At the hip line, I'll be adding 2 inches so that it can accommodate the hip properly and also give us allowance. 1 inch for allowance and then extra 1 inch to make it more free. So I'll be marking out 12 inches on the hip line. Okay, so let's connect it together. Let's connect from the armhole down to the waist and to the hip. So I've finished marking. This is where we're going to be stitching on that line where I marked. So right now we're going to be cutting out the excess fabric. Okay, remember the markings are on the right side of the fabric. So after stitching, we're going to clean it off. So let's cut out our fabric, both the neckline also. We are going to be cutting out everything together. All right, as you can see, I finished cutting it. That is the neckline. So before taking it to my machine, I'm going to be making a notch on the bust line and the waistline so that I can also mark it out on the other side of my fabric. Okay, so I'm making a notch on that area just the way I'm doing it now. As you can see, we are almost done with our Bubu top. As you can see, this is my top. I finished cutting it. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the neck with a bias round to turn it to the right side. And then for the side, I'm going to be turning it with 2 inches folding. Remember, I kept 2 inches for turning of the side and the hem of my top. Okay, so let me take it to the machine and get back to us. All right, beautiful people, as you can see, I'm done with our Bubu top. You can see it's looking very beautiful. Here's the neckline and the sides. I finished joining it. It's looking very beautiful. You can give it a trial and paste it on our Facebook group, The Beautiful Stitches. You can see it's looking very beautiful. It's very easy and simple. Try it out on your own and you will like it. Thanks for watching till the end. Please subscribe before leaving. See you in my next tutorial.